Hey, Dominic.
Hey, Joe, big fan. Was wondering, what do you think of the Cleveland bathrooms? Pretty good for the cruising scene, huh?
Oh, this is a reference. There's a new character on a popular podcast. I don't even know if I can say the name of the podcast on terrestrial radio.
Seatown?
Seatown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and...
they were just here, I think.
Yeah, they were here for the comedy festival.
And, Nick Mullen, my buddy, started doing a character about gay me, and I've gotten more...
Gay Joe List.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I've gotten more reaction from it than I did the Tonight Show. I got a standing ovation on the Tonight Show. Mm-hmm. Didn't hear from one person. My aunt, no one emailed me. But Cruisin Joe List on Seatown podcast, I've gotten about 50.
Wow.
And I got to release a public statement. Yes, I've heard it. People keep being like, have you heard this? People think that comedians don't know each other. I'm like, yeah, I know those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
you thought they were just randomly... People thought they were randomly name-dropping you.
Yeah. So,
that's a decidedly not ball-free character, probably. Cruisin' Joe List.
Yeah, it's... I've only listened to a little bit of it, but it's he does an impression of me as though I'm trying to obtain sex in men's rooms.
So that you got a standing ovation on Fallon because the audience in the studio was familiar with that bit?
No, I'm saying I killed on the show.
He's saying he's done his own thing.
But nobody cares.
Yeah. I see.
But this podcast, people will go, hey, wow, we know you from...
Gotcha. You crushed on Fallon, but the podcast is what some people...
Yes, nobody cares about The Tonight Show anymore.
They packed Hilarities when they were here doing the podcast, and it was all single white dudes that came by themselves. And they sat at a table, and no one would talk to each other. They're just waiting. But it was great. But it's just really a funny fan base.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Stavros is a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, Stavros is great.
He did. He was here last time I was here, actually, with Bobby Kelly. That's a whole other story.
That's the show I was at. I was at Bobby's show.
Oh, okay, yeah. But anyways, he great guy. But he said they did Caroline's in New York, and it was sold out, and there was 16 women in the crowd, like 350, just single dudes.
Angry, pent up.
Yeah, you can understand why Cruisin' Joe List would be a hit amongst these fellas.
I'll say it. The podcast is called Come Town because if we say Seatown, they'll think it's something
about Cleveland,
else.
Yeah.
Cleveland, yeah. Or the male genitalia town, and it's is that a recurring thing? Cruisin' Joe List?
I'm not. It's pretty new. I mean, this just happened in the last few days. So,
but he's just improv-ing it.
I hope that he keeps doing it because it's blowing me up here.
Yeah. What if it becomes more famous than you? Like, what if that character gets its own show? But you're not a part of it.
I would do a reality show where I'm cruising in men's rooms at this point. If they'll sell me some tickets on the road. I will happily perform whatever they need me to at this point.
Dress like Captain Morgan for it.
I'll do it all, folks.
Hey, Dave.